Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie and I do plan with me's in my Erin Condren hourly planner. I frequently use PlannerKate stickers and I also will occasionally do some sticker hauls on this channel as well. If that's content that you are into, please consider subscribing. It is completely free to you, so it's always within the budget. And let's get started. This week, I am going to be using mini kit 739 in the PlannerKate sticker kit, obviously. I also got the brush stroke headers and I got the dash labels. As you can see, I've already used one in my daily duo, but we can get started. Before we do that, let's take a very brief look at the week that we are coming out of. So Monday the 11th through the 17th. I am currently filming on Friday the 15th. As you can see, I don't know, maybe it doesn't look, I guess it's all perspective, but to me it doesn't look too busy. However, this week felt very busy and chaotic. On paper, it doesn't look that bad, but in real life, it was very busy and very chaotic. So yeah, as you can see, I have not done any yoga this week. I've been very, very bad about that. I actually have done the letterbox more than this. So I think I did it on Thursday too. So I can mark that off. So yeah, last night I went to the concert for the Fray. Had a great time. It was great. Very tiring though. Like it wasn't even like a super long concert. I mean, it was just like the average like hour and a half, but like, I don't know. I was very tired that night. But anyway, so moving on. We are going to be planning out week August 18th through August, oh, you guys can't even see that, through August 24th. All right, let's get started because I don't have a ton of time today. Again, I was busy today. So yeah, it is, like I said, it's Friday, and this morning my daughter had her dentist appointment. It was the appointment that I was told, so when she went to her cleaning a couple weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, that one was just like her cleaning, and her dad took her, so my husband took her, and when they got back, I was told that she needed a crown. I was like, oh, okay. That sucks, but you know, it's not that bad, I guess. Like, I don't know. I've never had a crown before, so maybe it is bad. I don't know. Anyways, so we get there this morning, and leading up to it, my daughter was like, I'm not getting a tooth pulled, right? Because she's had a tooth pulled in the past, and apparently it was traumatic enough for her to keep asking about, like, I'm not getting a tooth pulled, right? And I'm like, no, honey, you're not getting a tooth pulled. You're just getting a crown. And she's like, okay. So we get in, and you know, the nurses or whatever explaining like what they're going to be doing today and if I had any questions. And I noticed that she listed off a crown, a filling, and then they said a tooth wiggle. Now, I have been a mom long enough, and I've taken my kids to the dentist long enough to know that a tooth wiggle, that's a tooth pulling. That's like pediatric dentist talk for we are pulling that tooth out. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh no, she's getting a tooth pulled too. So yeah, she had a rough go this morning. I mean, nobody likes, I've yet to meet a person that ever likes going to the dentist, but the girl, she had a lot going on today, and I feel so bad for her. And then of course I, had to send her off to school right after it happened. So she's getting a little extra spoiling today. So I told her that we can stop at Sonic and get an ice cream, like kind of like I think it's called a Sonic Blast. It's kind of like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. So She really loves the Oreo Sonic Blast. So she was like, can we get one of those? And I was like, yes, absolutely. Since I kind of had to, I didn't know I was lying to her about the tooth pulling, but apparently I did, and I feel really bad about that. So, and I don't know if you guys can notice, but I am like sniffling a little bit, and I just started sneezing a bunch this morning, and I'm hoping it's just allergies. I feel fine, but I was outside, like the venue, the concert was an outside concert last night. So I'm hoping it's just allergies. Famous last words, right? So yes, it's been quite a day already. Hopefully she's in better spirits when I pick her up from school today. Because of course she was a little sad when I dropped her off. My daughter, for those who don't know or may not remember, she is 8 years old. So she's in that in-between phase of being like, she's still a little girl, but like she has her moments where she still definitely acts like a little girl, but she has her moments where she wants to act like she's like a 13-year-old. So it's been fun. Okay, now that those date headers are in, let's work on our sidebar. I'm going to try and work from the bottom up. So one of the reasons why I felt like it was kind of busy this week is because if you are a Swiftie, you absolutely know there was a lot of excitement this week. For anybody that doesn't know or doesn't care, I'm a Swiftie, so if you're new to this channel, sorry, not sorry, but I love Taylor Swift, and there will be Taylor Swift talk occasionally, especially right now on this video. But there was lots of Taylor Swift excitement because she announced a new album. And not only that, she was on the podcast with her boyfriend and his brother. So that was all very super exciting. Oh, look. That was one of my crystals. I have crystals all over my desk, but I try to keep them out of shot because, I don't know. But one of them fell. That's carnelian, in case you're unaware. Okay, moving on. So yes, it's been a very exciting and eventful week in the Swiftie community. And if you are a Swiftie, let me know. Even if you're not a Swiftie, but you're like, oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, you can let me know that too. All right, moving on. Let's do, didn't I say I was going to start from the bottom up? Look at me, not following my own directions. Okay, what are we doing? So, okay, now let's really go down to the bottom. Let's do our habits. We're going to try and do yoga. I'm not giving up on the yoga, guys. Let's do yoga and litter box. And like I did last week, I think this went pretty well last week, but I went ahead and pre-planned and pulled aside this extra stickers that aren't included in the kit. I pulled those off so that I can save a little bit of time while filming, especially today, because I need to not dilly-dally today and get this Plan With Me filmed so that I can go pick up my kids. All right, that is in. Let's do what we are reading. I am still reading Flock and Lights Out. still enjoying both, but I'm still reading them. I am not a fast reader. I am okay with that. Some people fly through books, and that is awesome. I love that for you, but I unfortunately am not that person. I feel like I do that every week. I put the, yeah. So yes, I am still reading the same 2 books because I am a slow reader. And I would like to read every single day, but it just doesn't work out that way. Okay. And we are planning week 34? Yep, 34. And let's add the little banner to it because why not? Okay. I think that's it for the sidebar. Let's move on to Monday. Actually, let's do my kids' special classes first. All right, my son's classes, his special classes don't alternate, or how should I say this? So my daughter's, hers does art, gym, music, art, gym, music. So every week it's a different, she's not always going to have art on Monday is basically what I'm saying. Whereas with my son, he will have gym every single Monday. He will have a library every single Tuesday. He will have music every Wednesday. So I still want to write it in just for my own peace of mind. And on Fridays they don't have anything. So let's move on to my daughter. All right, those are now in. Now that those are in, we can now actually move on to Monday. All right, so what do we have going on? Thankfully, nothing. This should being the key word, this should be a quiet, uneventful week. Just school drop-off, workouts, that's it. Fingers crossed. Okay. Monday, let's start. I do need to do school drop-off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So basically, since I don't know if I mentioned it, I think I put these in after the fact, after I was done filming, but since my kids basically have to get dropped off at the same time at 2 totally different schools that are 20 minutes away from each other, and thankfully Tuesday and Wednesday my husband is off work. So what we are doing is that I am dropping off one kid and he is dropping off the other. On Monday, Thursday, and Friday, my father-in-law is actually helping us out and doing drop-off for one of our kids. So I will be doing drop-off. Let's see. He is unavailable on Monday. So I will need to be doing drop-off for at least one of our kids on Monday. If it sounds confusing, it's because it is. It's really annoying, if I'm being honest. But I keep telling myself that it's only for 1 year. All right, so let's just put in drop-offs. Yeah, it's been quite an adjustment getting the kids both to school on time. So, I mean, we've been able to do it, but we're constantly having to like figure out, okay, who's taking who this week, who's taking who this day. It's kind of a hassle, but it is what it is. And as far as pickup goes, I might as well just go ahead and put these in now. I do school pickup for both of them because thankfully they do get out at 2 different times since my son is in preschool. So I am able to do both pickup. I think my husband's going to try and do pickups on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I'm just going to do Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Again, like I said, if it sounds annoying, it is. If it sounds confusing, it is. It's been interesting. All right, so let's move on to trash day. That is on Monday. I need to do laundry. I need to put away, Monday is my catch-up laundry day. So let's mark that. And then I am also going to attempt to do a Peloton workout. All right, I believe that's it for Monday. Let's move on to Tuesday. I already have drop-off in. I also need to do a Shopify transfer. So let's do, actually I'm gonna use the computer for that. And then I also want to get in a workout on Tuesday as well. Let's use a workout script. And I think that's it for Tuesday. Wednesday, let's see, Wednesday we have drop off. I'm going to make it a rest day as far as workouts go. And then I also need to do my weekly photo clean out on my phone. also have Big Brother airing on Wednesday as well. I don't know if I've asked this in past videos, but if you watch Big Brother, let me know what you think about it so far and down in the comments. I'm curious to know who your favorite house guest is. I'm trying to think who I like the best and who I'm like rooting for. I actually, so far, I am a couple episodes behind, but so far I really like Catherine. I think Mickey is a very smart player. She is just, I feel like she's going to be very underestimated. She seems so like smart and strategic to me. So, all right. Thursday. I am also going to put in, I pulled these from my my leftovers. I'm going to put these TVs on the other Big Brother nights. Okay, now we can move on to Thursday. I do want to get in a workout. Hopefully, I feel like life and I'm trying not to make excuses, but it's just been so busy that I just have not been prioritizing it enough. Oh, you know what? I just realized on Tuesday I need to change my workout because that's going to be a girls' walk. Let's do that right there. So let's go back to Tuesday. That's going to be a girls' walk, and I think we're going to try and do it in the mornings. We usually try to do it around 11, but it's still pretty hot here, so I think we're going to try and push it up a little bit earlier. Let's move this guy. I'm actually going to move this one to Friday. Because why not? Let's try and do it earlier in the day on Friday. All right, now let's go back to Tuesday. Going a little out of order this week, but that's okay. I'm going to move this guy down, actually. This thing is not, the Shopify transfer, it's not time sensitive, so it doesn't really matter what time I do it, just as long as I do it on Tuesday. Okay, and then girls walk. Yeah. Speaking of walking, since business has been slow at my job, like at my small business, I actually applied to do dog walking and like not quite dog sitting, but doing like drop-ins. I thought that might be fun. I've always been a huge animal lover, so I thought that might be a fun way to earn a little bit of extra cash every week. Plus, if I'm walking dogs, I'm getting my steps in. That's a win-win. So I don't see any negatives in the situation. Okay. Ooh, with that being said, I do want other people's opinion. If you were to pay a dog walker, how much do you think is fair and acceptable? Because I obviously want to cater to, I want to be budget friendly, but I also don't want to rip myself off, if that makes any sense. So I want to price myself at a very fair amount. So I'm curious to know if you have animals, cats and dogs. Obviously, I'm not going to be walking cats, but like if I'm doing a drop-in visit to check on an animal, I'm also going to be doing cats as well. How much would you charge for a dog walk for, say, for like a 30-minute? And then also, how much would you charge for a drop-in visit for your animal, whether it's a dog or a cat? I'm curious to know what people are willing to pay. Okay, moving forward, let's do, did I get everything for Thursday? I got my workout in. I got my school pickup in. I do think I'm going to switch our grocery days. I'm going to start doing some grocery shopping on Thursday. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent switch, but that's just what we're going to try and do for now. Yeah. Okay, let's do, I want to use this one. I haven't used this color a whole lot. So yeah, I am actually kind of excited about opening up that service. I already had an account with Rover because in years past we've used dog sitting services with them or through that app. But yeah, I'm excited to do it from the other side, like me being the one to offer the service. I'm actually excited about it. So I hope I can get some bookings soon. And if I do, obviously you will probably see that on my spreads going forward. Moving on to Friday, I do need to add in my weigh-in, and then I already have my workout, and then I also need to put in my time block for my plan with me. So let's do that. Let's use this half box for filming. Oh, I just realized I didn't use that habit on my sidebar. I'll fix that. So that is going to be when I film my next plan with me. Let's adjust this a little bit. All right, now that we have that fixed, let's move on to the weekend. Let's do my weekend banner. I like having it down here lately. I know sometimes I switch it up and put it up top, sometimes I'll put it at the bottom, but lately I like having it right there. All right, and we don't have anything going on so far on Saturday the 23rd, so I'm just going to put in a rest day because I will not be working out that day. I think I'm sticking with my rest days being Wednesday and Saturday. Moving on to Sunday, we are going to be doing some editing of my video. And then we will be doing the budget And I think we're going to try and go to the library as a family. I know I said that we were going to do a weekly trip to the library on the weekends. So I think we're going to try and do it as a family on Sunday. All right, as far as the editing goes, where's my edit sticker? Right over here. And then I need to do our family budget, our weekly budget. And then I pulled a script sticker for that. And then the library, our library doesn't actually open on Sundays until 1 p.m. So we'll probably go around 2 or 3. Yeah, let's move that down. Look at how removable PlannerKate stickers are. Okay, now we can do library. I do have, hold on. I do have an old sheet of the library type, the book type sticker. I can't remember which I wrote it in. All right. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or what, but I thought I had a full sheet of these, but I am unable to find it anywhere in any of my stashes. So I don't really think, I guess I could use the gray or the black. I might just use the black because none of the other colors match the kit. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, like I said, I think we're gonna go around 2 o'clock. And then I think, let's see, in addition to, okay, I think, and as far as my workout goes, I am going to stick to Sunday night yoga, preferably yoga before bed. So let's put that down. And then as you can see, I also pulled a family time sticker. I got these stickers as during the 11th anniversary of the PlannerKate sale. So I want to use it. Let's put our yoga down first. And then basically it'll be anytime Sunday because Sunday is the day that my husband is off work. So we're just going to be, the whole day is just going to be family time. All right, that is what we have going on. Thank you for sticking with me in this plan with me. If you've watched it to the end, to this point, thank you. I feel like it was a little bit chaotic. I feel like my brain was a little bit everywhere. So thanks for sticking with me. If you made it this far, please leave a black emoji heart in the comments. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I would appreciate a like as well as a subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,000. I'm on the road to 1,000. I was saying in the past that I would like to get to 1,000 before the end of the year, but I think that's a really tall order. So I'm just going to say whenever I get there, I get there. If you could help me out with that, I would appreciate it. If you haven't already liked the video, please do so. And thanks again. Everyone have a great week. Bye.